Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in to 12 News at Noon on this Friday. I'm Tracy Koenig, and we are taking a look outside. Right now, it's sunny outside. Not very many clouds. There is a spider right there on our Skycam network. That's what that little dark spot is there. But Jeff is standing by, ready to tell us when we're going to get some rain for the weekend.
Yeah, it looks like at least Saturday is going to be a good day if you have any outdoor plans. But Sunday, we'll start to see the rain kind of creep back in here. In the short term, though, not too bad outside. Temperatures in the lower to middle 80s right now. I'll take that any day here in the middle part of September. As we take a look at the allergy index, heavy on weed and mold. Grass is up today to medium, but we don't have to worry about the tree pollen out there. And then the rest of the day forecast, we'll hit about 90, I think. Especially around the triangle here for our afternoon highs, back off into the upper 80s at 6 p.m. Heading out to some area football games. Look for 80s the first half of the game and maybe some upper 70s for second half of the game. Don't have to worry about any rain gear or anything like that tonight. Should be a beautiful night with those low humidities. Should be very comfortable. Looking at area of maybe some disturbed weather coming into the southern Gulf of Mexico as we head into the next 5 days with a 70% chance of development. We're going to be talking more about this and how it's going to affect our weather going into Sunday and next week coming up in just a little bit.
As most of you know, President Biden announced a plan that includes mandatory vaccines for COVID-19 for all federal workers and contractors and requires vaccines or weekly testing for companies with more than 100 employees. And that plus pressure on states to protect students and do more testing for them. Tracy Potts standing by with more on all of it for us.
President Biden running out of patience with 80 million unvaccinated Americans.
Our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us. So please do the right thing.
His 6-point plan includes mandatory vaccines for federal workers and contractors, vaccines or weekly testing for companies with more than 100 workers, doubling TSA fines for travelers who don't mask, and low-cost at-home tests available this week.
This is not about freedom or personal choice. It's about protecting yourself and those around you.
Employees who don't comply could face fines or be fired.
Anything that we can put in place that's going to make people feel more secure to come and visit my store is the best thing for my store.
The government's also urging states to vaccinate teachers and do more testing in schools. Outbreaks have closed 1,400 schools in 35 states.
Our students have suffered enough. They need to be in the classroom.
The White House is anticipating lawsuits. The Republican National Committee announced last night they'll be first in line. Deaths from COVID are up 5 times over last month. The FDA has yet to approve a third booster shot.
They don't have all the information yet that they need.
It's affecting every age group, race, everything.
As the COVID pandemic overwhelms America's hospitals, the government is putting new pressure on millions who choose not to get the shot. Tracy Potts, NBC News.
Meanwhile, the Republican National Committee says it will sue the Biden administration over that new plan to combat COVID-19. In a statement, RNC Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel called the mandate unconstitutional, saying it hurts small businesses, workers, and families. McDaniel later vowed to sue the federal government in order to, quote, protect Americans and their liberties. Other Republican leaders, many of whom have resisted mask mandates and vaccinations, are also criticizing the president, some accusing him of government overreach. Well, by the numbers this afternoon, as of yesterday, there are 254 COVID patients battling the virus in our Jefferson County hospitals. Thursday was the 16th straight day that the ICU beds in our hospitals are completely full. If you'd like to get a COVID test done in Jefferson County this Saturday, you can stop by Nome City Park between 8 and noon or at 7780 Boyd Road in Beaumont between the hours of 1 and 5. In Hardin County, Judge Wayne McDaniel says he's encouraging people there to take advantage of a drive-through testing site in Kuntz on Sunday, or through Sunday, I should say. It's happening right across from the courthouse between 12 and 7 p.m. and is open to everyone, but you do need to pre-register. And in Beaumont, they're also offering free testing over the weekend. The drive-through hub will be housed at the Beaumont Sub-Courthouse between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. both Saturday and Sunday. If you have insurance, you're encouraged to take that along, and we do have a list of all these free testing sites on our website, 12newsnow.com. Power City this afternoon. The ExxonMobil lockout still ongoing, now in its 4th month. Hundreds of employees are still without a job. Exxon says it's met with the United Steelworkers Union 40 times now since January, and still no deal. The company took to Instagram to break down what it would take to end the lockout. Now, first off, they say any offer would be taken up for a ratification vote. Employees would then either accept it or decline it. If it's accepted, it would then be ratified and a return to work agreement would be negotiated. Then the lockout would end and workers could get back on the job. But if the offer is not accepted, of course, the lockout continues. Well, the union says the sticking points remain the same. They are over safety and seniority, and the two sides remained far apart on both issues. Earlier this week, the union went to Jefferson County commissioners hoping to get some help to end the lockout, but so far, they're still at a standstill. 2 new speed limit changes are coming to Beaumont and Orangefield starting on Monday. The speed limit along College Street between Dallin Road and south to 23rd Street in Beaumont will drop from 50 miles an hour to 45 miles an hour. And in Orange County, the speed limit along FM 1442 from just south of I-10 will be lowered from 70 to 65 miles an hour. TxDOT says the changes are coming following recent speed studies.